I know.
There is nothing quite like the thrill of human competition, energy that charges the air and defines our most storied playfields. Wimbledon, Daytona, Augusta, and of course, Hallettsville, home of the one and only Texas State Championship 42 tournament. On that day, you'll see it all: narrow escapes, daring moves, and last-second finishes. Okay, so the game of 42 might not be a spectator's sport, but lifelong player Dennis Roberson says that doesn't matter.
I will say to my dying day is the best table game ever invented.
Okay, where do we start?
Well, you got your partner. It's a partner game. So you guys are playing up. This is your partner.
All right.
She's the best 42 player in the state.
All right.
So don't mess it up.
Think of 42 as a card game, somewhat similar to bridge, except the cards are dominoes.
I do have a good hand.
Hey, he's got a good hand, y'all.
Right?
I got 3 threes. That's good trumps, and I got some nice doubles. So I can make something out of this hand, and I can make a nice bid.
With only 7 dominoes known to you, you've got to work out a complicated system of bidding and trick-taking with your partner, all while the other team works against you.
Okay, looking at this hand, I think you need to pass.
Okay, I pass. It's a complex game, but if there's anyone to learn it from, it's Dennis. You might just say he wrote the book on 42 because, well, he did.
I literally wrote the book on 42 because in my entire life, and I've played my whole life, the only thing I had ever seen was that little pamphlet that came in the box of dominoes.
Winning 42 by Dennis Roberson is the first and only book about what's considered to be the national game of Texas. This comprehensive guide covers everything from history to rules to strategy, and it also makes Dennis a popular target at the tournament. Does being the one who wrote the book about 42 make you a better 42 player?
It does not. In fact, all the players that beat me will happily point that out to you.
.42 is truly a Texas game, invented in the tiny town of Garner in the late 1800s. It's spread throughout the state simply by tradition and word of mouth. Dennis learned, like so many others, from the man across the table, his dad. Talk to just about anyone at the tournament, and you'll hear similar stories.
I learned it from my granddad, playing with him and the family, and going to college at Texas A&M. It's a big deal there. A lot of people play, so kind of honed my skills there and just kept playing. It's an enjoyable game.
You learn it from playing it. And my story is like thousands of others, of all the old timers I've talked to, where your parents and your aunts and uncles played the game, and it was a social part of their life. It was part of family reunions, and as you grew up, you were around it. And when I would talk to old timers about their memories growing up with 42, that's what they all talked about. A lot of these people grew up in the Depression, no money, nobody had any money, so what did they do? They would cook some popcorn or make some ice cream and play 42.
To this day, you won't find much 42 outside of Texas. It lives within our borders, relying on the current generation of players to hand it down. The game needs Texans, but so too do Texans need this game.
Texas without 42, oh, I'd hate to think about it.
The culture is just amazing. It just breeds fellowship, and people would play for hours.
There we go again.
And as the hours fly by at another 42 state championship, Dennis and his dad will eventually be knocked out. In fact, they have never claimed the big trophy here. But for Dennis, the real prize is passing his beloved game down to a new generation.
What's been very fulfilling and rewarding to me, seeing over the last 15 or 20 years, is that I think it has definitely had a resurgence. And
You think it's coming back?
I think it's coming back.
You're telling me there's hope for this game?
There's hope for this game. We are leaving it in good hands.